Chills without being cold? Your spirit guide is trying to reach you. What if that sudden shiver wasn't just the air getting colder? What if it was a message, a sign? Scientists might tell you it's your body reacting to temperature, but they're missing something huge. They can't measure the unseen. And in the next few minutes, you'll discover the hidden language of these chills. Plus, I'll reveal the ancient technique that helps you understand who's trying to talk to you. This isn't about ghosts in the spooky sense. It's about energy, connections, your own innate spiritual awareness. You've probably felt it. That prickling sensation. A sudden goosebumps moment for no reason. Most people dismiss it. They think, oh, I'm just cold. Or maybe, that was weird. But what if it's a deliberate touch? A spiritual hello? It's a topic most mainstream channels won't touch. They're afraid of what they can't explain. But we're not afraid. We're curious. We want to know the truth. So let's start with what we know. Or rather, what we think we know. We experience physical sensations. Cold, heat, touch. These are all processed by our nerves. They send signals to our brain. Our brain interprets these signals. It tells us if we need to put on a sweater, or if we touched something hot. Simple, right? But what about the sensations that don't have a clear physical cause? The chills that happen indoors, in warm rooms, when you're perfectly comfortable. That's where things get interesting. Think about ancient cultures. They understood this. They didn't have our modern science, but they had deep wisdom. They believed in unseen forces, spirits, guides, energies. They saw these physical reactions as communication, a way the spiritual world could interact with ours. They developed practices, rituals, ways to tune into these subtle messages. They knew that your body was an antenna. It could pick up more than just physical input. Stop. Think about this. Have you ever been in a room, and suddenly, out of nowhere, you get intense chills? Your skin prickles. You might even feel a slight breeze. But there's no open window, no fan, nothing. You're perfectly fine, temperature-wise. That's the moment we're talking about. It's a common experience. Yet, we often brush it aside. We tell ourselves it's nothing. But what if it's everything? What if it's the first clue? Let's talk about a woman named Eleanor. This happened in October 2015. She was living in Chicago, Illinois. Eleanor was a skeptic. She didn't believe in any of that spiritual stuff. One evening, she was watching TV. Her apartment was warm. She was wearing a sweater. Suddenly, she felt an intense chill. Not just on her arms. It was all over. Like a wave of cold washed through her. She checked the thermostat. Still warm. She looked around. Nothing seemed out of place. Then, she heard a faint whisper. It sounded like her name. She panicked. She thought she was imagining things. She turned up the TV volume. The feeling eventually faded. But it left her shaken. She couldn't explain it. It was a, wait, what? Moment for her. This is the beginning of the mystery. These chills are the first breadcrumbs. They're subtle, easy to ignore, but they're there. They happen to so many people. Most people don't connect the dots. They don't realize they're experiencing something profound. They don't know that this is a sign they're on the verge of a deeper understanding. But that's not even the strangest part. This is where we dive deeper, into the science they don't teach you in school, and the knowledge that was almost lost. You see, your body isn't just a biological machine, it's an energetic field. Everything is energy, including consciousness, including spirits, and your physical body has ways of reacting to this energy. These chills, they're electromagnetic. Your nervous system is reacting. to something external, something energetic. Think about quantum physics. It tells us that particles can be in multiple places at once. That energy can transfer instantaneously. It's weird, it's complex, but it suggests reality isn't as solid as we think. It's more fluid, more connected. Ancient texts understood this connection. They spoke of auras, energy fields around people, and around other beings. Your spirit guide is also an energetic being. When they try to communicate, their energy can interact with yours. And that interaction can cause a physical sensation, like those chills. It's like static electricity. But on a spiritual level, your body is suddenly flooded with a different type of energy. It causes a reaction, a shiver, a goosebump. It's your body's way of saying, whoa, something just happened here. Most people have no idea this is happening. They think it's just a random bodily function. But it's a deliberate signal. Let me tell you about Mark. He lived in Austin, Texas. It was around 2018. Mark was going through a tough time. He'd lost his job. He felt lost. One afternoon, he was sitting on his porch. He was feeling really down. Suddenly, he felt a wave of intense, comforting warmth. It wasn't a physical heat, it was like a hug. A deep, loving presence. He felt tears welling up, but they weren't tears of sadness. They were tears of relief. He felt a sense of peace, like everything was going to be okay. He looked around. No one was there, but he felt a distinct presence. He never felt so understood. This experience changed his perspective. It gave him hope. It was a documented case of spiritual contact. This changes everything you thought you knew. These aren't just random shivers, they're potential communications. They're the universe tapping you on the shoulder. They're whispers from the other side, and the reason they don't want you to know this, because if you understood this, you'd be empowered. You wouldn't need their systems. You could connect directly, access your own guidance. That's the conspiracy. They want you to stay disconnected, confused, relying on external sources. But the truth is out there, hidden in plain sight. Remember this detail, it'll be important later. The type of chill can matter. A cold chill might be a warning. A warm, comforting one might be reassurance. We'll get to that. But first, let's talk about how this has been suppressed. This information was almost lost. Think about the burning of libraries, the suppression of ancient knowledge. For centuries, spiritual traditions were outlawed, their texts destroyed, their practitioners persecuted. Why? Because this knowledge gives you power. The power to self-heal, to self-guide, to understand your purpose. That's a threat to control. It's the truth they don't want you to know. Now let's build on this. We have the physical sensation. We have the energetic explanation. We have the historical context of suppression. But what's the proof? Well, let's look at some more concrete examples. We need to go deeper. We need to see the pattern. Picture this. It's midnight. You're in your bedroom. It's quiet. You're lying in bed. You're not cold. You're not sick. Suddenly, you feel a distinct, cold touch on your arm, like someone's finger brushed against your skin. You jump. You look. Nothing is there. You pull your covers tighter. You try to rationalize it. But the sensation was too real. Too specific. You feel that prickling sensation again. This time, it's accompanied by a vague sense of unease. Your heart starts to beat a little faster. You can almost feel the air in the room shift. This is a perfect example of a specific, unexplained sensation. And it leads us to our next story. This one is particularly striking. It involves a university study. Not a mainstream one, of course. This was conducted by researchers at Princeton University. Back in the late 1970s and early 1980s, they were investigating what they called anomalous subjective experiences. Basically weird stuff people felt. They found a significant correlation. People who reported feeling paranormal sensations like chills or a sense of presence often also reported vivid dreams or moments of profound insight. One participant, let's call him David, from Princeton, New Jersey, reported in 1979 that he repeatedly experienced intense, cold chills whenever he was about to have a breakthrough idea. He described it as feeling like a cold wind blowing through my mind. He said it was never associated with actual cold weather. He learned to associate the chill with a heightened state of creativity. He even started using it as a signal. When the chill hit, he'd grab a notepad. He said it was like his subconscious was giving him a heads up, that a brilliant idea was about to surface. This study, though not widely publicized, documented cases prove this connection. Have you ever noticed something similar? That feeling before a big realization, that sudden chill that seems to spark an idea? You're not crazy for thinking that. Your body already knows this. It's a natural response to energetic shifts. It's your intuition kicking into high gear. It's your higher self or spirit guide trying to get your attention. They're nudging you, saying, "Pay attention, this is important." The hidden pattern here is the correlation between these physical sensations and heightened mental states, or spiritual awareness. It's not random, it's a language. Your body is speaking a language of energy, and these chills are a key part of its vocabulary. This changes everything you thought you knew about your own body. It's more than just flesh and bone. It's a receiver, a transmitter. If you're still watching, you're probably sensing something deeper, something resonating within you. That's good. That means you're open, you're willing to explore beyond the material. The veil is lifting for you. This is the evidence. Documented cases, scientific observation, however niche, and your own lived experience. It all points to the same conclusion. These chills are not a malfunction. They are a feature of your connection to something more. Now for the big reveal. The core of what your spirit guide is trying to tell you. These chills are often a direct form of communication. They are the energetic signature of a spiritual presence. Think of it like this. You might not see or hear them directly, but you feel them. Your body interprets their energetic presence as a physical sensation. It's a way for them to bridge the gap between their world and yours. What are they trying to say? It varies. Sometimes it's a greeting, a simple "I'm here." Other times it's a warning. A sense of unease accompanied by a chill might mean danger, or a need to change direction. A warm, comforting chill could be reassurance, or a sign of love and support. It's about paying attention to the context and the feeling that accompanies the chill. Scientists accidentally discovered some aspects of this. Research into bioenergetic fields, subtle energy detection. While not directly studying spirit guides, they've mapped energy fluctuations. These fluctuations correlate with emotional states and even consciousness. Your spirit guide is pure consciousness, pure energy. Their proximity can absolutely affect your energetic field, causing these physical reactions. So what can you do? How do you use this information? Here are 3 specific steps. Step 1. Acknowledge the sensation. The next time you feel that unexplainable chill, don't dismiss it. Pause. Say to yourself, "Okay, something is happening." This simple act of acknowledgement opens the door. It tells the universe and your guide that you're listening. Step 2. Ask a question. Silently or out loud, ask who is there, or what the message is. You can say, "Is someone here with me?" Or, "What do you want me to know?" Be open to any feeling or thought that comes to mind. Even if it seems random, this is crucial. It's about engaging in the conversation. Step 3. Observe the context and your feelings. Was the chill cold or warm? Did it have a specific location on your body? What emotions came with it? Fear, peace, curiosity? These details are your guide's language. Combine the sensation with your intuition. Your body already knows this. You just need to trust it. This changes everything. You're not alone. You have support. You have guidance. These chills are proof of that. They are a tangible connection, a bridge between worlds. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Your spiritual team is always around you, waiting for you to tune in. Most people have no idea they're constantly being guided. They walk through life feeling disconnected. But you don't have to. Let me tell you about Sarah. She lived in Seattle, Washington. It was around 2020. Sarah was an artist. She was struggling with a creative block. She felt frustrated. One day, she was staring at a blank canvas. She felt a sudden, intense chill run down her spine. It was accompanied by a very clear image in her mind. She saw a vibrant blue bird. It was perched on a branch. The image was so vivid, she could almost feel the texture of the feathers. She knew, instinctively, that this was a message. She grabbed her paints. She started painting the blue bird. As she painted, the block melted away. She felt a sense of flow. The chill subsided. By the end of the day, she had completed a masterpiece. It was a breakthrough moment for her. This documented case proved the power of these intuitive nudges. This is the level of connection available to you. It's not magic. It's natural. It's spiritual science. Your body is designed to perceive these energies. Your spirit guide is trying to reach you. They're sending you signals. Those chills are one of the most common. They're a gentle nudge, a way to get your attention. Think about the ancient civilizations. They knew this. They built temples aligned with celestial energies. They used crystals for healing. They understood the energetic body. They didn't separate spirit from matter. They saw them as intertwined. This knowledge was meant to be shared, but it was suppressed. It was deemed too powerful, too liberating. They thought this was destroyed, but it lives on. In the subtle sensations, in the whispers of intuition, in the chills that run down your spine. This information was almost lost. It was hidden in plain sight. For centuries, people experienced these phenomena, but they lacked the framework to understand them. They were told they were imagining things, or that it was a medical issue. But the truth they don't want you to know is that you are inherently connected. You are never truly alone. Now, let's summarize the profound implications. You're not just a physical being, you're an energetic being. Your body is a sophisticated receiver. Those chills are direct messages. They are your spirit guide trying to communicate. They are signs of your innate connection to the spiritual realm. This changes your entire reality. It means you have access to infinite wisdom and support. So what's the next step? If you're experiencing these chills, start paying attention. Cultivate your intuition. Practice the 3 steps I shared. Acknowledge, ask, observe. This is how you build a relationship with your spiritual team. This is how you navigate life with greater clarity and purpose. And if you think that's incredible, wait until you discover how these same energetic principles apply to manifestation, how you can consciously create your reality. It's all connected. The chills are just the beginning. But before we get to that, there's another mystery. What about the opposite? What happens when you feel a sudden, inexplicable warmth? Is that also a message? And if so, from whom? We'll explore that next time. Until then, keep listening to your body. It's speaking to you.